My first time trying to save zinnia seeds, I did it all wrong. Picked them too early, they never germinated, and I threw out a whole bag of what I thought was a waste. Turns out it wasn't the seed's fault, it was mine. I wasted a whole bag of zinnia seeds because I was impatient. If you don't want to throw away $40 worth of free zinnia seeds, you have to get these 4 things right: timing, harvesting, sorting, and storage. Welcome back to the farm. Here's the thing about saving zinnia seeds. One dried flower head can give you 50 to 100 viable seeds. Save 10 heads from your best plants and you'll never buy a packet of zinnia seeds again. That's a $40 bag of zinnia seeds sitting in your garden right now for free. We're in zone 9B. Our zinnias are starting to seed in August. Regardless of the zone you're in, this process is exactly the same. Here's how you'll know the seed head is ready. This is the seed version of the wiggle test. When the center feels crispy, not soft or damp, and you can wiggle the seeds loose with your thumb, it's ready. If the petals are still holding on and the center is soft, leave it alone. It's not done yet. This is why the test works. The plant is still pumping energy into those seeds while the flower is open. If you cut the cord early, the seed dies before it's born. Simple as that. The flower has to finish and dry down completely before the seed inside is done being built. The crispiness is the signal that the building is finished. My first year, I picked the heads when they still had some green on the stem and the petals were barely hanging on. I thought that those were close enough. If you pick too early, the seed inside isn't complete. You'll store them perfectly, plant them in the spring, and get zero germination. It's not the storage that failed, it's that the seed was never finished. Harvest on a dry day. If it rained yesterday, wait. Snip the head off cleanly so the plant keeps producing below the cut, and bring them inside to finish curing for a few more days in a warm, dry spot with good airflow. If you harvest wet, moisture trapped inside the head breeds mold. You'll open the bag and a week later find fuzz instead of seeds. Once the heads are fully dried, rub one between your fingers and let the seeds fall out. You'll notice 2 kinds immediately. Some are chunky, dark, solid, and heavy in your hands. Others are flat, thin, and pale. Here's the insider tip. The fat, dark seeds are the keepers. The thin, pale ones are the duds. The fat, dark seeds have a fully developed embryo inside. The plant finished building everything the seed needs to become a new zinnia. The thin, pale ones never finished. They will never germinate, no matter what you do with them. Toss the pale ones, keep the dark ones. This 5-second sort is the difference between 80% germination and 10. Every seed I saved that first year was a mix of both keepers and duds, thrown in the same bag. I had low germination because I didn't know the difference. If you saved zinnia seeds before and they didn't come up, this is almost certainly why. You weren't saving bad seeds, you were saving unfinished ones. I lost a whole season of seeds by storing them in the hot barn. A whole season of saving, timing, harvesting, sorting, and I lost them at the last step because of where I put the jar. So here are the 3 rules that came from that mistake. Rule 1, seeds need to be bone dry before they go into storage. Even a little residual moisture and they'll mold or sprout. If you're not sure, give them another day or 2 of open air drying. Rule 2, store in a sealed glass jar. We use mason jars in the back of the fridge. No plastic bags, they trap moisture, and not the garage. Seeds are alive, they're dormant, not dead. Heat and light wake them up before you're ready. A sealed glass jar in the fridge keeps them asleep until spring. Rule 3, label everything. Variety, color, year. You'll not remember which jar was the queen lime and which one was an upward rose 6 months from now. One year I didn't label anything. Spring came, 4 jars of seeds, no idea which was which, planted bind and got a random mix where I planned on a color block. 10 seconds of labeling in August saves you seasons of guessing in April. Here's a little bonus section for you. This zinnia will typically dry and look like this zinnia on the plant. Just make sure that the crunchy method works and the stem is brown and dry. This zinnia will typically still look like this when it's ready. Still do the crunchy method to make sure it's ready to go and the stem's dry. But here is a trick to help you when you're going to get the seeds and that is take your shears and work through and cut the petals off before you get to the head to look for the seeds. Just like that. Now you can get rid of these, start with a clean area, and you can go through and get your seeds, and it'll be easy to separate them because you won't have all the petals still left on. One thing I haven't mentioned yet, when you save seeds from your best plants and replant them, you're not just getting free flowers, you're selecting. Each generation gets a little closer to the perfect zinnia for your specific soil, your zone, your condition. After 2 or 3 years, your saved seeds will outperform anything you buy in a packet because they've already survived seasons in your garden. That's the real payoff of seed saving. Remember, wait for the head to dry down completely, crispy. Seeds wiggle loose with your thumb. Harvest on a dry day. Snip, don't pull, and let them cure inside for a few more days. Sort them. Fat and dark are keepers. Thin and pale are duds. Store bone dry in sealed glass jars. Cool and dark, and label everything. One dried head gives you 50 to 100 seeds. Save 10 heads, and you'll never buy zinnia seeds again. If you missed any part of our zinnia series, I will put the playlist link here. That series covers how to grow zinnias from start to finish. I make these videos so you stop guessing and start understanding why things work. If that's been helping you, hit subscribe. There's a lot more coming. And if you want more behind the scenes access to the farm, hit the join button below. Drop a comment and tell me, have you ever saved seeds from your own garden? I read every single one. Until next time, live life in full bloom.